All right, so before we proceed, I would like to talk about a little topic here of the emulator, Android emulator. Now, this has been something that developers, Android developers specifically, have talked about for as long as Android development was a thing, meaning that developers have always had to deal with how slow the emulator really is in many cases. Now, but of course, things have changed throughout the years because computers have gotten faster and the Android Studio also has gotten better and so forth. But I feel like regardless, you at some point will run into issues or run into problems with using the Android emulator, okay? And it may be that you're not part of this group of people who have problems with Android emulator, but at some point your computer may crash because the Android emulator may take up a lot of memory. Also, I have to say that if you are getting serious about Android development, at some point you probably have to invest on an actual Android phone if you don't already have an Android phone, okay? I want to say using Android emulator is a great thing. It's easy, it's quick when everything is working fine. And so, but nothing beats the actual device, the actual physical device that you can actually plug in into your computer and start testing. In this video, I want to share with you how can you connect or how to set up a device for a development, an actual Android device. Now, as you know, Android as an operating system, a mobile operating system, runs on a variety of devices, meaning there's different sizes, different manufacturers, and so forth. That is the beauty of Android, but it gives us a little bit more headaches as developers because now we have to figure out, okay, now we have to deal with different devices, sizes, and manufacturers, and so forth. So what I'm going to show you here is going to help you depending on what kind of device you have, and this will also give you a way of troubleshooting when you're trying to set up your device and things are not quite working, okay? All right, so the first thing I want to show you is that I actually have my device set up and is running as you see here. So this is actually mirroring my actual device. In fact, as you see here, I'm touching my device and you can see that it's working also there on the screen. And in fact, I can put this down and start touching and start using my mouse here, and I can do the same thing, right? So this is really nice. So, but it's actually running on my Pixel 4 device as we speak. In fact, if I go ahead and click running, in fact, let's just open here. There's this Pixel 4 API 30, that is this device, this emulator, and mine is this one. So I'm going to run this. And in a second, you can see the app is running here. So I can go ahead, I'm using my phone now, I can start tapping, and you can see that things are working. Okay, so this is an actual device that I have installed the app and I'm testing it. The idea here, of course, is so that you have your own device, so you don't have to have this software. Of course, I'm just using this because I want to show you as I run my app on my device so you can actually see because I'm recording this video. But you don't have to have this, but you could have, of course, your own device as you develop. You can then run the app that we're testing onto the device, which should be faster and easier. To do so, what we need to do is to go to developer.android.com. This is, of course, that's the holy grail of everything, really. And if you go straight to this link, of course, you're going to end up here, but you can always search debug your app or how to set up a device for development. And so most likely you will end up somewhere here. Okay, you can go for inside of the overview first to see what's it all about. And there's a lot of information, and I'm not going to go through all of this because it's something that you can do yourself. But let's go to configure developer options. If you click here, this will give you, of course, all the information you need. Most important, how to enable developer options and USB debugging. Okay, and gives you exactly the tools. It gives you exactly all the steps depending on different phones, and they talk about API levels and so forth. So that because again, Android's so diverse, there may be some differences in the user interface or in the way we access these settings like developer options and so forth. Okay, as you see here, it says, for instance, that to enable developers options, because sometimes you won't have these developer options as in the settings, right? To enable it, you have to go to the build number and tap 7 times. And it says you can find this option in one of the following locations, depending on your device. So depending on your device level, Android level, API level, that is, you will go and have to find in different places. But usually settings, go to systems, about phone, and build number. Okay, and you tap it 7 times, and then you should be good. And then you should be able to get to developer options. Okay, and these developer options, you have to set it to on, as you see here, in order for you to be able to then be able to see, or at least the Android Studio be able to recognize that you indeed have a phone that is connected and ready to be used as a debug phone. Okay, as you can see, there it is. Also, in this course, I may solely use my own phone, which you should probably end up seeing something like this. But in your case, you may opt to using the emulator. That's fine. It doesn't really matter. I just want to give you the options so you understand that there are other ways to actually run and debug your apps using your own device, which I actually recommend because it's just better.